Kia ora, my name's Malcolm and I'm responsible for the roads and buildings at Coronet Peak. It's a constantly changing environment. No 2 days are the same up here. One day you'll come up and it's nice and dry and it's a great smooth ride. That next day you come up, we've had 10 centimetres of snow overnight. So we have a lot of tools at our disposal, but our main ones are these trucks right here that we use. They've got ploughs on the front, we can push the snow, and then we've got the grit on the back. We can lay a layer of grit to make it safe for our vehicles to get up and down the hill. So our standard day on the road can start from 6 AM, but we can be here a lot earlier than if we get a snowfall. And if we get black ice and a bit of rain overnight, it can be very variable conditions down the road. So I'm up at about 5:15 this morning. I usually am on the road till after sunbreak. We get a thaw freeze cycle right on daybreak. That's probably one of our highest areas that we need to monitor, right around sunrise. And to about an hour after sunrise, the road can be really changeable. So that's a classic day today. We're going to see that, the road's wet. Air temperature is just around sort of freezing level, and that's predicted to drop during the day, so we're going to have to keep a real close eye on it. Hey, good morning. We're just seeing a bit of ice forming from hairpin up to the drop zone. Well gritted, just take your time and drive on the grit today.
Copy that, Mal. Ice forming up towards the drop zone has been gridded this morning. Thank you very much.
These trucks here carry between 4 and 5 tonnes of grit, and on a big day we can put down 5-6 loads of grit on the road. You can go past the club huts in the mornings and that can be their wake-up call. Time to get up, people. Time for breakfast. Morning, team. Well, my background, I started in the ski industry when I was 15. I'm going on 25 years in the ski industry, and that started with me working at a local ski resort in the North Island, and then that led on to an opportunity to work full-time in the industry. Worked in Europe and the UK for a long time, worked on a dry ski slope of all places, and now I've settled here in Queenstown with my family, and this gave me the opportunity to come and work up on the mountain here. It's something I've always done, you know, since I was 15. I don't know how to do anything else, and for me this isn't a job, it's more of a hobby, and I'm quite fortunate to be able to call it my place of work. I still like to get out and shred a few laps. And my best days are when I get to catch up with my mates. Still that same love, still that same joy when you get together, you know, and you see their enthusiasm. I also get the joy now of introducing my children to the snow, bringing them up here and seeing their progression. That gives me a great sense of satisfaction. Coronet Peak's awesome. On a powder day, you can just go to the top of the Express or the top of Green Gates, point downhill and go anywhere you want. You know, you'll make it to the bottom somewhere. We've got capacity in our car parks for 1,200 vehicles a day. We've reached that capacity a couple of times a year. Yeah, those are big days on the hill, but we managed to get everybody in. There's very few days we've had to turn people away and saying, sorry, we're too busy. Because of the unique nature of Coronet Peak, we've got first tracks, we've got daytime skiing, and then we've got night skiing as well. We managed to find a spot for everybody, and everybody can get up here and go for a slide. Hey, welcome back. 6 hours ago you saw our morning operation. This morning it was a bit damp, we've got a bit of ice on the road. Now looking out the window, that has turned to snow out there, much more preferable for us to be dealing with. So now we're actually using the blade on the front of the truck to push the snow off the road, and we're not actually doing any gritting. So far this afternoon, in the last hour and a half, we've had about 5 centimetres of snow, and it's forecast to keep snowing like this for the next 4 hours. Here comes our troopy now. So this is one of the other vehicles that we use. It's got the nice blade on the front of it. The troopy and these big grit trucks work great together. That does a sort of pre-sweep, and then we come in with a bigger blade and just clear everything out of the way. Coronet Peak's the locals mountain, for sure. The 20-minute commute from downtown up here, it really makes it accessible for people that are working. They can shoot up here first thing in the morning, be up here for 8 o'clock. You can get 5-6 laps in easy between 8 and 9 AM. Finished up and back downtown for work by 10 AM. One of the best things about working up here is the community of people up here. You know, there's a lot of dedicated locals that love to come up to Coronet Peak. That's one of my best parts of my job, is getting to know those locals, and you see them on a daily, weekly, or on the weekends. Family groups, individuals, the first trackers. That's one of the best aspects of my job is meeting those people and then greeting those guys, but also getting to know those people that have come here for the season. They've come to work at Coronet Peak, or they've come to do a season at Coronet Peak, and you really get to see their journey. I think a big buzz for me is that sense of community and all these people coming together, and we've all got something in common. You can always spark up a conversation, whether it's in the car parks or whether it's in the cafe waiting for your coffee. You know, it's really, that's for me, that's what winter is about.